Hey vinyl friends and vinyl community, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records. It is Monday, which means it's time for another installment of Vinyl Editions. So this week I made a trip out to a local record store, picked up a couple items, found something while shopping at Target, and I got a couple warehouse deals I'm pretty excited about. So let's get started with this week's Vinyl Editions. That's good in the morning. All right, so I have a record store that's nearby. I usually make a trip out there every month or so. Love to talk with the owner and just kind of shoot the shit with him and pick up a couple things while I'm there. Smaller record store, but just really good guy and very, very cool little place. They're expanding. They're getting more stuff in all the time, and so hopefully he's doing very well. Let's start with this. This is Iron Maiden's Power Slave album. So this is an album that is very highly regarded by Iron Maiden fans. I haven't really ever gotten into Iron Maiden until recently. I started listening to them. I really enjoy it. It's very melodic metal music, and Dickinson is an amazing vocalist. I have two of their albums. I have Killers, which is their second album, I believe, that doesn't also have Dickinson on it, and then I have Number of the Beast. So I decided to pick this up as my third item, and yeah, it's a really cool album, great sounding album, and very happy with this purchase. So I'm just getting into Iron Maiden. Not sure how far into it I will go, but I will definitely look forward to getting at least two more of the albums. I think I want to pick up Pieces of Mind and Somewhere in Time. Those are two that I have heard bits and pieces of before and were also recommended to me. So I think I'll check those out next as I build my Iron Maiden collection out. But this is very good. So happy with this pressing, and yeah, great pickup for Iron Maiden. The other thing I knew I was going to pick up there is this. This is Larkin Poe's Reskinned. This is a band that I've really started getting into recently. The owner turned me on to these guys when I was there. I had been flipping through records, and I asked him if he'd heard of these gals, and he said, oh yeah, they're great. He'd seen them in concert. They opened for one of the shows he was at, and he couldn't recommend them enough. And so he put on some of their tunes while I was perusing the store, and I really enjoyed it. So I ended up picking up an album there, picked up another one on Amazon, and now I've gotten this one as well. Really enjoying it. It's bluesy southern rock with some country influences in there, but mostly just bluesy rock. One of the gals here plays the guitar, and this other gal plays lap steel, and they just are fantastic. So highly recommended. Larkin Poe, if you haven't listened to them, check them out. Worth it. So as I said, I was going through Target, and as I do, I always check the vinyl section to see if there's anything new, anything on sale, anything like that. My Target has a decent selection sometimes, and other times it's the same stuff over and over again, but every once in a while they'll restock some things that they haven't had in a while. And this is one that I came across while I was there and I was excited for. This is Janet Jackson Number Ones. So this was released, I believe, in 2008 or 2009 as a CD collection. The CD collection has, I believe, some 30 songs on it, and this album only has 12 of them. So it's kind of a disappointment that they didn't put all of them out, but I'm kind of hoping that we get a Number Ones Volume 2 out of it, and they put some of the other songs on there. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, but I think the selection on here was actually really good. There's a few on here of her songs that are missing from this album, I think, but overall it's a very enjoyable listening experience and covers a wide variety of her career, so I can't complain too much. I think they did a good job in selecting it for the vinyl. Obviously, if they had gone with all 30 songs, you would have had to have 4 or 5 different discs, and it would have been a lot more expensive. This is only $24.99 at Target, and so I thought I'd pick it up, and it's on, of course, red vinyl. Beautiful. It sounds great, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, Janet, Number Ones. And the last two I want to show are a couple of items I picked off of Amazon Warehouse. And I've said this before, and I do this all the time. I check Amazon Warehouse probably once a month just to see what they have, and every once in a while I do find a gem in there, and I pick it up. So, as I always mention, Amazon Warehouse is for things that have been returned for whatever reason. Could be that the record's a little warped. It could be that the cover has been damaged in shipping, because we all know Amazon sometimes ships in really bad packaging. It could be that it just got damaged in the warehouse and they don't know how it looks inside. A lot of times they'll say packaging is damaged, and that'll be the Amazon packaging that it's housed in. And so you just take a chance on those sometimes. So this is the first one I picked up. This is Bob Dylan's Modern Times, highly acclaimed album from Bob Dylan from the 2000s. It came after he did a couple of covers albums, standards type albums, Love and Theft and Shadow of the Night, I think it was. And then this came out, and this is original material. Now this is an interesting album because he got a lot of flack for using material from other artists in the album itself and not crediting them. Everything that he used was long before copyright. And in the 60s and 70s, when he was coming into his own, a lot of people did that. A lot of people used other people's riffs, a lot of people used other people's lyrics and things like that, and it wasn't a big deal because the copyright laws that we know today didn't come into effect, I don't believe, until 1978. So back then people used other people's stuff all the time, and he kind of justified that thinking as to how he kind of wrote songs, always listening for melodies and using those melodies, whether they be his own or someone else's or whatever. But anyway, I'm looking forward to listening to this because I've heard nothing but good things about the album itself. It is all original material, sans the stuff that he used from other people. But this is warehouse deal. As you can see, it's got a crease up in this corner here. So the cover was creased, but everything else looks pretty good. So I'm looking forward to spinning that. And last but not least, I picked up this. This is a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab of the B-52's self-titled album, which features the song Rock Lobster on it, which everybody loves and knows. I picked up the Cosmic Thing silver label series from Mobile Fidelity, and it sounds absolutely amazing, so I expect nothing but the same for this one. And again, this is a album that it's got a little bit of creasing here in the bottom corner. Otherwise, the album itself looks great. Everything looks to be in good condition, so super happy to add another Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab recording to my collection because they sound absolutely awesome. So looking forward to spinning this as well. So there you have it. That is my pickups for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Iron Maiden. If you're an Iron Maiden fan, what are some of the albums I really should check out? I definitely would use my Amazon to check out different albums. I do know, like I said, I want to get Pieces of Mind and Somewhere in Time. I think those are the next two that I will check out. Is there anything else I should really look at or listen to beforehand to change my mind a little bit? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Love to have you along for the ride. Until next time, keep spinning vinyl, friends.